All right, welcome back to another video. Pardon the mask, getting ready to run in the store. Still practicing safety, y'all. Um, but as promised, title of the video, racism. Why? What happened in Buffalo, New York, at a grocery store? Massacre, mass shooting, mass murder, committed by a 17-year-old, people would say white male. It's only a replay of what Dylan Rose, at the time, who was in his teens, early 20s, when he perpetrated a mass murder at a Charleston church, an Episcopal church in Charleston, South Carolina, June 2015. And Kyle Rittenhouse, who his mother drove him to a peaceful protest of black individuals. Kyle Rittenhouse murdered innocent members of the Black Lives Matter movement. You all know what racism is. Racism has existed in this country for as how long, if I can say, as America has been a country. Racism has existed in this country for as long as America has been a country. And racism is one of those tooth and nail subjects to talk about. But it needs to be talked about. Why does racism still exist in 2022? Why? Why does it still exist? Those three young men are products of a falsehood, because there's no such thing as racism. There's really no such thing. Racism was created, concocted, conjured up by people who thought they were more superior and better. There are only two groups of people on this planet that has racism and prejudices against one another. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there's a difference between being a racist and having a prejudice. Everybody has some prejudices, but racism is a toxic idea that somebody came up with. And there's only two groups of people on the planet that are racist of each other, and that's whites and blacks. Blacks and whites. And all three of these young men are products of a falsehood. And there are people every day who are living their lives according to a toxic falsehood that doesn't even exist. Because no one on this planet is better than another. We're all a part of the human race. There is no one, no superior, more superior, and better than the other. If anything, everybody should come together as the human race and help to make each one's life better. Think about this in doctor's terms. Think of an infection, an infectious disease or an infection. If an infectious disease or an infection is not dealt with properly, it's not dealt with over time, that infection becomes worse. It causes swelling, and if it's not addressed, it causes poisoning. And sooner or later, it starts to spill out of the body, or starts to spill out where the infection is. It starts to spill out and spill over. Where these young men are a product and products of this infectious, toxic idea that's never been addressed. People just put a Band-Aid on it and kept moving. Nobody got to the bottom of it. Nobody resolved it. And these young men, along with others, are products of the swelling and the poisoning. And it's spilling over. I'll come back in another video with some more info. No human is better than the other. If anything, humans should come together for the betterment of each one's life and help make each one's life better.